What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode in the Road to Glory career mode. We are loving life right now in League One. As you can see right there, 12 games played, 9 wins, 3 draws, 0 defeats. And things are going very well indeed. 3 points clear of Bolton, 4 clear of 3rd place. Now, I did mention previously that Bolton currently have the top scorer in the division. Now, that's going to change. Artem Zhuba is that man currently at the top spot. But we've got one of our very own coming up trying to find that top spot in the goal scorers. And that man is Van Bergen. He is on fire at this current time. He's 5th in the goal scorers list, but he's actually played less games than all the people above him because he obviously joined us a bit later on than usual. And it's just so him when he sets this first chance up for Timothy Weah to smash it in the top corner as we're in game 1 against Fleetwood here, that I just looked at it and thought, we're going to go up 100%. If we don't go up now, the way we're playing, it's going to take something absolutely massive for us to not go up this season. And that is if I either play really bad or if we in general just have like loads of injuries. Because looking at squad depth as well, I think we've got a decent team. But just the way we're playing, the amount of goals we're scoring, I'm so confident. Even if we fall 1-0 down in a match, 2-0 down in a match, that we will score. You know, I spoke about it last time. But anyways, Timothy Weah scored the opening goal of the game, and I was very, very happy with that one. And we continued, again, inside the first half, still right on the stroke of half-time. Van Bergen causing no end of issues for Fleetwood, as he has done, not just to them, but quite a few sides already in the division. Sets up the second, playing a simple pass inside to Ethan Shaw, who gives us the Shaw special. I'm going to call it that from now on. When he picks up the ball in the edge of the area and tries to curl it in the corners of the goal, I'm going to refer to it as the Shaw special. And it's Van Bergen with the second assist of the game. So not only is he scoring goals for fun, he's laying them on a plate as well for his teammates. I mean, that right there from Shaw showcases why he shouldn't be playing League One football. I'm saying this about a lot of the players we've got, but they are simply put too good to be playing this tier of football. And if we are able to keep hold of them, then things are going to go very well indeed. McNeil, latest of the chances as he lays it inside to Weah. Gets very fortunate, actually, to nick the ball straight in front of the Fleetwood defender and get his second of the match, making it Grimsby 3, Fleetwood 0. They were struggling to contend with this Grimsby side. And at this point, I'm thinking, fantastic, we got ourselves the win already. Let's make sure of the clean sheet. But when chances present themselves, you still have to try and take them. Rodney Jansen towards McNeil. He wants in on the act now as he scores his first of the match and Grimsby's 4th of the game. And we were running rings, running rampant, if you will. And there is a dab as well, just to celebrate that aspect. I mean, I don't dab often, but when I do, it has to be used in the best circumstances. And a 4-0 win certainly is one of the best circumstances we could have asked for. What a finish, by the way, from Shane McNeil on that right-hand side. And he got involved again. Lovely one-touch stuff from us. I think it was Takefusa Kubo with the ball through, finding McNeil, lays it on the plate to Weah, who's on his hat-trick. And it is hat-trick secured for the American striker. Fantastic result. Honestly, I was so happy to see the boys playing unbelievable stuff. And to get a 5th goal against a side like Fleetwood, who are not really somebody you expect to walk over in aspects of that one. You know, they've got a decent setup. Joey Barton, of course, is in charge over at Fleetwood, so we all know about him. I really enjoyed putting my wits against Joey Barton. Having watched football as a kid, growing up with his antics, it was nice, basically, to get one over on him. And I think this goal right here summed up the afternoon for Fleetwood. They could do nothing about this one. It was a shot from Peterson on the edge of the area. It gets a massive deflection and just loops over the top of the goalkeeper. Makes it 6-0. It was already done with at 3-0, but we just kind of kept finding chances and we're taking our chances. And it was just literally, that goal there shows you everything we touched today just turned to goals. I don't know what it was. It just seemed to all work out wonderfully for us. There's the deflection. It was actually going to go off target, so I'm quite surprised if Peterson gets this. And as we take a look at it in a moment, he actually doesn't because it is an own goal. It was going off target, the shot, and the deflection is what took it into the back of the net. I mean, 6-0 win. I don't think we can read too much into it because, like I said, it is one of those games after we found the first couple, Fleetwood kind of just didn't know how to contain us. And when we've got Timothy Weah playing League One football, it's different class. It really is. There's Ethan Shaw, Weah, Van Bergen, McLean. You know, all these guys just shouldn't be here. Sorry, McLean? I mean McNeil, sorry. They just shouldn't be. And as you can see right there, shot 6, 4 on target, yet we scored 6 goals. Not sure how that actually is a thing. So different class there in the first game. 6-0 win against Fleetwood. Gets us a nice 3 points. And our lovely life to League One football continues. Next up was Doncaster. Simming this one. Weah scored first. Weah scored second. Made it 2-0 in the game. And we held on to get ourselves another 3 points as well. Courtesy of a double from Tim Weah. That's now 5 in the first 2 games of today's episode for the American striker. As you can see, as it showed you with that little thing popping up right there. Peterborough up next, and this one is a bit of a tough test, but we're going to start off the same way we did in the last game. Cox finding Weah getting into the penalty area and making it 6-3 for himself. The £2.5 million signing from PSG is running rings in this league, and it was only 28 minutes on the clock when we found the opening goal of the game. Now, obviously, when I spoke about injuries in the past episode, we do have Josh Tymon on his return. He should be back. I can't remember if it's at the back end of this episode or the beginning of the next one, but I just want to report this right now because I do know I haven't actually put it in the video by mistake. Fran Garcia, the left back that's currently playing in place of Josh Tymon through injury, has just picked up an injury himself that's going to keep him out for 4 months. So, back with one left back, Tymon returns, Fran Garcia is basically out now. So, yeah, I think he's going to be out for the majority of the season, if not the whole season. So, I hope he gets better, but at the same time, having Josh Tymon back does help that case. But like I said, when we get injuries, they're very few and far between. But when we do, they are serious injuries. So, nothing I can do about it. But Peterborough, they got an equaliser. And I was very, very surprised to see it. And even worse, they got a lead. Jackson misjudging the flight of that pass there. They go through and they make it Peterborough 2, Grimsby Town 1. We had the lead in the game, but no longer. Because a fantastic pass right there sent them away, and they took it very well indeed. McNamee, though, why is he in 2 minds? He starts like he's going to come out, then runs back to his line, and he gets beaten at his near post, and not for the first time. The guy, when he's making unbelievable saves, is very good. But there are occasions when I look at him and think to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you getting beaten at your near post so easily sometimes? I don't know. And then our day just got even worse. Ross Sykes, he does nothing. Absolutely nothing here. And the referee points to the spot. Yeah, turn away in disgust because that's what I did, ref. You were a joke. That's never a penalty. Sykes does absolutely nothing wrong there. The player falls over. Peterborough get themselves and buy themselves a penalty. It was justified that the penalty was then gone on to miss it. But at the break, we were behind 2-1. Peterborough fighting their way into the lead. But you knew what was coming. You knew pressure was about to be mounted. Attack at this stage. We were just throwing bodies forward. So unlucky to not find something there as the ball is palmed out by the goalkeeper. Very nearly back into the path of Weah. Van Bergen trying to find a chance now. Finding Shaw. Back to McNeil. McNeil in the penalty area. Cuts on the left foot. Has his effort. It's deflected goalwards. It's a big save from Peterborough's goalkeeper. And as we continue on with the highlights, it is Grimsby Town with pressure after pressure. Van Bergen with the latest of the chances. Again, palmed out by the keeper. We couldn't get a rebound on the ball, though. From the throw-in, 8 minutes to go at this point. Jackson finds McNeil. He lays it inside to Hesanthala towards Shaw. Shaw, looking for a potential Shaw special, finds Weah. And you expected the net to bulge because he has scored 6 in 3, but another fantastic save. Stops us getting any sort of result out of this game, and it is the first defeat of the season in League One. And I had to show you the match facts, ladies and gentlemen. 12 shots, 7 on target for Grimsby, 3 shots, 2 on target for Peterborough, and it ended up being a 2-1 Peterborough win. I was horrified, disgusted, disappointed. Everything you can think of was going through my mind. 9 saves from O'Malley, 0 from McNamee. I just didn't even know what to do after that game. So our first defeat in League One, but it won't be our last, I can assure you of that one. Grimsby then taking on Southend after that, simmed it as we were the home side. McNeil scored the opening goal inside the 30th minute to give us a 1-0 lead. And then I think we got another one through Thomas coming off the bench, and we ended up getting back to winning ways instantly with a 2-0 win. It's just frustrating, like I said, because of the fact that we had so much of the pressure, so many of the chances against Peterborough, and we fell to a 2-1 defeat. Some good news, though. Weah grabs the player of the month, which is to be expected. After scoring 6 in 3 games, you really don't expect anybody else to pick that up, to be fair. So yeah, congratulations to him. He's having a great month, and hopefully his form will continue. We then faced second place Luton Town. And the reason that this game was quite important, as Josh Tymon is returned for this one, is because we were without McNamee and we were without Tim Weah. Both of those guys were away on international duty. So we didn't have 2 of our better players in the side. So this one against Luton was quite tough because I didn't know how it was going to go. We've got a bit of a weaker team, but we still were looking to try and get ourselves something out of the game. And unfortunately, they took the lead, making it 1-0 right on the stroke of half-time. Literally, the last kick of the first half is how they managed to score. And I was more frustrated with myself because losing concentration right at the end of the half is not what you want. I mean, it's a great strike, fair play to the Luton man, but At that point, we brought off Shaw. He was a little bit worse for wear in terms of his fitness. I was a bit sceptical to start him before kickoff, but I felt I needed to. He came off at the break. Hassan Thala came on, and we came back out for the second half, all guns swinging. Rodney Jansen putting us back on level terms in the 49th minute of the game. And it was just one of those goals where I just had to breathe and just say, thank goodness, because at this stage, we were struggling a little bit. But that goal there gave us new hope in the game, and it really, really did help me out. Then, I don't know what happened down here. Pearson, what a ball this is, but a fantastic save from substitute goalkeeper. I can't even remember, is it Watson? He's the guy that we've got in goal for this one, as McNamee is away on international duty. If he pulls off that more often, he's going to keep McNamee out the side, and substitute Hassan Thala, who I think actually gave the assist for Rodney Jansen's goal, then scored what would be the goal to give us the lead in the game as well. Luton 1, Grimsby 2. After falling 1-0 down in the game, we came back to lead it by 2-1. A really, really good finish as well from Hassan Thala. He comes off the bench, makes the difference again. He's done that a couple of times this season. Not quite good enough to get a starting spot in the side, but if he keeps going the way he is, I'm going to have to consider it because right now, you know, yes, Shaw's playing out of his mind, but Cox isn't really relevant that much more. He had a great first season. This season, he's been a little bit overshadowed by Shaw in that part. And I've got to say, I am looking right now to try and maybe get myself a CDM. One that's just going to sit back and just allow us the freedom, if you will, for Shaw to be a bit more attack-minded. If we can get one that's through our youth academy, I'll be very happy. If not, I have got eyes on one that you guys have suggested in the past. I'm not going to name names yet because I don't want to spoil anything. But I am looking in the market for a potential CDM. We actually won that 2-1, having less shots than Luton did. And then we faced Exeter, who came up with us last season, and won that one 2-1 as well. So things are going very, very nicely indeed at the minute. Even after the game against Peterborough, where we should have got something and end up losing, we were still playing out of our minds. McNamee's back. We also have Weah back. But more importantly, when we took on Preston North End, you'll see him on the left-hand side, Ben Pringle started. Unfortunately, Weah couldn't start because he was a little bit out of fitness, having played for America in the international games. So it was Kubo and it was Rodney Jansen who were given the nod ahead of those guys. But it was actually one of our more accomplished players, Van Bergen, who was the man to give us the lead inside this one at 16 minutes. Cutting inside on that right foot and finding the corner of the goal with a nice finesse finish. And it really does show his quality. When he does this, you know you're expecting one outcome. And that ball going in the back of the net is what you're expecting from the game. So a well-deserved lead inside the first few minutes. But I was sort of fearing Ben on the other side. Ben Pringle on that left-hand side for Preston. We know what he's capable of. And we know what he can do. Their best chance, though, in the first half fell to Maguire, who put it narrowly wide of the post. And with the last few minutes in the game coming, we gave the ball away in a really dangerous area. Ryan Ledson found Brown, who ran forward into acres of space. Sukasev goes over, gets nowhere near the ball to block it. And a phenomenal finish from Brown gives Preston an equaliser with 3 minutes to play. Disheartened here because, again, we played really well up until this point. And one moment in the game has changed it. And it really is frustrating because felt we did pretty well up until this point, keeping them quiet. But a great finish nonetheless. A 1-1 draw here on the night. Enough for both sides to take the point away. Ultimately, it is going to end with a draw, but that is the way football goes sometimes. That's going to be it, though, for today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate a like rating. As always, thank you for your continued support. You guys are loving this Road to Glory series, and so am I. I can't wait to bring you the next episode. Until then, though, guys, if you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. If you click that, you can follow me on the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'll see you all again, hopefully tonight, with another video. Adios.